So we're going to do our pre-plie setup in first position. One hand to the bar, heels together in first position. Make sure you're turning out both feet and legs very evenly. Lift and drop the heels, rock back, lift your toes, just rock back and forth. Feel your weight, feel your feet starting to spread out on the floor. Yeah? Good. Looking straight ahead, fingertips to the shoulders. Let's do big circles with the arms. Loosen up the shoulders, full range of motion. Turn the head side to side and free up your neck. And then finally, look straight ahead. Place the elbows just below and slightly in front of the shoulders. Okay, give the upper arms a little rotation, en dehors, this away. Feel that the shoulder blades go deeply into the upper back. Now, from the top of the head, let's take the energy forward and up. To a low releve, barely lift your heels off the ground, but do make sure that your kneecaps are pulling right up into your thighs. Bounce up and down, feel your weight. Take the arms to second, feel them supported by the entire back, and slowly we come down, lowering the arms and turning the head. Our pliés in first and in second only. Arms, 1, 2, demi, demi, grand plie, deep breath, exhale, up and over, nice arch, grand plie again. Lift from the head, one movement. Stretch, let it go. Keep the arm alongside your head. Long spine. Now, tendu outside foot and inside foot to second. Just demi, little resistance and a little rebound. Round arm, making the shoulders broad. Grand plie, 6, lift, 7, 8. Looking straight ahead towards the bar. Keep the arms there. Mark your center. And away. One more grand plie. Inhale. Exhale. Now reverse the tendus, get fully collected onto each supporting leg. Close first, arms up. Now we take the low releve one more time, not too high. Shoulders down. Practice turning the head to each side with a level chin. And a nice finish and stay. Yeah. A little louder on the other side. Arms, 1, 2, demi. Release your ankles, demi. Grand plie, straight down. Up from the head and pull. Open the chest and release. Up and over. Grand again. Looking straight ahead. Feel the shape of the arms in fourth. Keep them there, mark your center, and away. plie. Knees out over the toes. Now push from the toes. Close, arms up. Good, very slowly to a high releve now. Go up. When you arrive, send the weight back down. Part the arms slightly. Open the chest to the ceiling. Looking up, yeah, keep the shoulders right over the hips. Yeah. Whew. Okay. Right. So remembering to go up first before you go back. You feel the center of the head going up and over, making a nice arc. Yeah, as you do that, and the head is turned right now, feel that that same shoulder comes forward against the turn of the head. Yes, this is priming your arabesque back now. Priming your back for arabesque. Right, so it must be done properly to have any benefit. Yeah, some people call it a back bend. It's not really a bend. It's an arch. Very different. Okay, we're going to face the bar now and start with a point tendu on one. Flex the foot with the toes way back of the heel. Point and close. One demi-plie, straighten. One high releve, and as you come down, you make a passe with the opposite arm up. Turn the head, lean into the supporting side, good stretch, and recover. Take the knee in hand, release the hip. Flex, return, and close. So the counts are a 1, flex, 2, point, 3, close, 4, plie, 5, 6, releve, 7, down slowly, over, 10, 11, and 12. Flex the foot, return, and stay. Okay, there. In the passe with the arms in second, just a low releve, and hold. First position. 6, 7, 8, and point, flex, return, close, plie, straighten, rise up, slowly down, and over. Good, with the hand, release the hip. Flex, passe, close first, other side. Heel forward, toes back. Opposition and stretch. Now return the passe and stay. Good, you should already be way up over the ball of your supporting foot. Let's take the arms to second and see if we can get there without the help of the bar. Good, take your time. The ultimate test to see if you're up and over the ball of your supporting foot. Yep. Okay, shake out the legs and we'll start with the other foot so we can balance on the other side. Six, 7, 8, and point, heel forward. stretch out the backs of the legs. It's not so much that you're doing a releve. It's just making sure that your weight is there on the ball of the foot rather than back on your heel. Yeah? The head, the supporting hip, over and up, nice and long. Right, the sooner we can get on our legs at the bar, the better. Okay, stretch the body at a right angle to the bar. Righty. We'll take our tendus today, starting from first, with the arm in second. We take a point tendu, a plie, a point tendu, a plie, a point tendu, straight legs, releve, and balance. Hold, plie, and point. Rond de jambe, and beat, and beat, and beat, and close. One plie in first, one plie in fourth, and point. Straight legs fourth, rise up, balance on 8, hold it 9, plie 10, 11, bring it around, and 1 count, 1 count, 1 count, first, and repeat the whole thing forward and back. One plie in first, immediately plie in fourth, then straight legs in fourth, and rise up. Okay? Remember, these are wide fourth positions. They are the size of your point tendu. Your fourth positions are the size of your point tendu. First, arms down. 6, arms 7, and 8, and point. Plie, plie in fourth. Straight legs, and up, and balance. Hold, plie, point, rond de jambe. A 1, a 1, a 1. Plie, wide, fourth. Straight, legs, rise, balance. Hold, plie, point, rond de jambe, and 1. A 1, and again. And press. Plie, and push. Straight legs, and up. Arms second. Hold, plie. Good, now very soft toes here. Soft, soft. Back. And 1, a 1, a 1, and finish. Yes, and relax. Okay? Yeah. Really feeling the foot to the end of the toes. Articulate, very soft toe work. Other side. 6, arms 7, and 8, and point. Press. Plie, and push. Straight legs, releve, and balance. Hold, plie. weight. Ding da da, bing da da, ring da da, ring da da. Right to it. Right, the feet have to respond to the shifting weight of the torso. That's why we don't work the foot like this. Easy. Boom, 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 boom. The torso tells the foot what to do, has to release right away. You have to release your ankle. Yeah, none of this. Forget it. It doesn't do you any good. In fact, it's harmful. We don't use the foot that way in reality. Okay? Okay. Now you'll ask, then why do we do the next exercise where we do this and this? For the very purpose of isolating the foot so that we know the difference between the ankle joint and the metatarsal joints. Okay, so today we're going to take the exercise facing the bar with a straight leg. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and 4, set it up, match it, change the weight, dégagé, 2, 3, and 4, here, here, and 45 degrees. Ball, lift those toes quickly, relax them softly and close, set it up, match it through your center, change the weight and close, 4 dégagé, 3 and 4, at coup de pied, turn in, turn out, and reach for the ground. And repeat the whole thing. Okay, when you're done with the whole thing, we're going to go here now, open passe with flexion, and right away to a low releve, holding the bar. Okay, then staying on the low releve, we'll hold that balance, and on your own time, equal time with the other leg up. Yeah. Here we go. 6, 7, 8. Now, center. From the head. Again. Take your time. Okay, yes, hopefully between encouraging that rotation of the lower leg forward of the knee, which rotates the thigh and keeps the hips even. Between that and this stretch, lengthening your supporting side, you can put it all together and be right there. Yeah, that's what those stretches are for. Yeah. Place the lifted leg with nice rotation and lift, and stretch the supporting side so you're on the ball of the foot. That's the goal. Yeah. Never underestimate the energy coming out through the top of your head, which is what lengthens your spine. Yeah, never underestimate that. Yeah, you should feel connected right from the center of your head through the vertical spine right through the vertical of the inside of your supporting leg. It's all one line, not only in space, but energetically lengthen. Yeah, see if you can really feel that. You can't really do it with a under-rotated leg. Watch what I mean. I'm going to under-rotate my passé leg. Okay? I invariably tilt away. Not until I do this can I get lined up. That's why those stretches are so important. And that's why I'm always saying, heel forward, heel forward. It's not just about your heel, it's not just about your foot. It's about your whole leg and how it rotates in the hip. Okay? That's the number one general principle that we have to work with all the time. And if you apply it to everything you do in this technique, you'll have success. Okay? Again, gently stretch out the backs of the legs. From fifth position facing the bar, like there are hot coals on the floor. We go up, up, and up, 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 and point, and point, and point, point, plie. 1, 2, if you don't have room, turn diagonal, plie and attitude, stretch up to arabesque, and close back. And up, and up, and up, 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 and 5, and 6, and up, and down. 1, 2, rond de jambe, plie, attitude, stretch out to arabesque, close fifth, and repeat the whole thing. Yeah? Here we go. 6, 7, up, and up. And stretch. Again. And finish. Yes, that's the same response of the foot that we want for when we jump. Work those toes. Yeah, we've been working on that a lot lately. How's it going? Yeah, your toes are the last thing to leave the floor, but they're the first thing to push off of. They're the last thing to leave the floor, but they are the first thing to push off of. Yeah, you don't jump with your ankles. You jump with your toes. Yeah, something to think about. Make sense? All right. Okay, stretch at a right angle one more time. And we will go on to our dégagé combination, where today we will be simulating the petit jeté. We've been working on petit jeté, collecting up through fifth in the air and then landing in coup de pied. So the following dégagé combination simulates that. It goes like this. You're in fifth with the arm in second. A 1 and a 2 and 3. 4, replace 5, open 6, piqué with releve, close, fifth. Fifth and fifth releve melt. Replace, coup de pied, open, piqué, releve, close. A 1 and a 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, a 1 and a 2 and 3, 4, speed it up so you have time to turn and go on the other side immediately. How quickly can you get to a very high collected fifth releve on the and? 1 and 2 and 3. Okay? Right? So think petit jeté. Here we go. It's quick. Good morning. Yes, that was quick. All righty, yes. Speedy. Speedy action. Not only of the feet, but of the torso. Huh? Yeah. And definitely fondue quality on that plie. On the 3, fondue. 1 and a 2 and melt. Yeah, just practice that before we leave it. You can practice it at your own tempo, a little bit slower. So you really feel that high fifth releve right from your head up into the fondue down. Yes. Yes, your body has to remember this when you start jumping your petit jetés. Right. Yeah, practice. I give you time to practice. Yeah, don't look at your phone. I mean, unless you're looking at the screen on your phone. No texting. We'll have time for water later. Yeah, I give you this time to practice. Yeah, if I just say something and you go, okay, yeah, I got it, and then walk away, it's not going to get in your body. Yeah, that's why we conduct our classes this way. It's not that we mean to yada, 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 and you stand there and get cold. You work. Yeah. Okay. Good, we're going to take rond de jambe now. With port de bras. We prepare 1 and 2. Full port de bras. 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3. 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3. 3 and 4. Plie. Passe. To the front and hold, passe, and to the side, point tendu, and you're here. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, all the way through to here. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, all the way through to here. Plie. Passe, extend to the back, passe, Extend side, and finish in an extra wide second today. Grand plie and wide second, reverse the arm. Recover, and tight fifth, arm up. All the way forward, and recover. Now hand all the way up to the ceiling. Et voila. Sur le coup de pied, wrap around with the outside foot, and we will balance with turning arms. Yeah, arms halfway between bras and first. With the leg, with the leg, with the leg, and through. With the leg, en dedans, and through to the back. Plie, passe, etc. Yeah, remember not to drop the knee on your final extension. Here we go. Fifth position. 6, 7. With the leg. Okay, we're going to do it on the other side without me. Well, let's see how much you remember the combination. Okay, other side, and I shall watch. Fifth position. Nice ending. Okay. Anyone get confused? Yeah, I saw a couple of people repeated en dehors and en dedans instead of en dedans and en dehors. All right. All righty. Okay.
Oops.
Oops. Oopsie. Yeah, it's okay. We got it all in. Alrighty, come away from your spaces at the bar and into your space at the center. And let's do the arms forward and back. Deep breaths. Good. And now let the arms wrap gently around the body as you shift the weight side to side. Okie dokie. Clasping the fingers behind the back, we pull the shoulder blades together and look down, stretch the back of the neck, release. And together, looking straight ahead. One more time, shoulder blades together, look up and arch. And all the way reverse, hang down, let some blood get to the head. And roll up. Okay, good, back to the bar. Gonna get a little bit of water, do towel, little break. A little bit of heavy lifting here. Let's move a little bit to the left side of our space and place the right foot front in fifth. Fondu coup de pied 1, a low leg 2. Fondu coup de pied 3, a higher leg 4. Tombe 5, 6, piqué return 7, hold 8. En dehors, double and hold. Ande dan, and close back. 1, 2, coup de pied front. 1, 2, coup de pied back. 1, 2, coup de pied wrap. Passe devant, and ending balance. Arms up. Okay? So the whole thing starts with coup de pied fondu here, coup de pied fondu here. Fall and hold, piqué, return. Single, single, double en dehors, all at 90, en dedans, double en dedans, and close back. Second section with turns. First turn is here in coup de pied devant, second turn here in coup de pied back, third turn here in the wrap, and then finally an ending balance in passe front. Okay? So we have a lot of 90-degree legs or higher. Da-da, da-da, holding it. Our rond de jambes up there, holding it, and hold it. Yeah, don't just kick and release. Make sure you're really there. Okay, with the music, here we go. Okay, stretch out. You might need a hot bath with Epsom salt tonight. Whee. Okay, deep breath. We'll do it on the other side. I'll take a look. Yeah, breathe through it. Feel like your muscles are like pulling silk. Yeah, don't clench. Here we go. Good. Melt and reach and melt. Lift. Tombe, get ready to hold it. PK return and a long hold. Big circles. Out, out, double out, hold it. In, single, single, double. Point, plie, turn front. And point, plie, coup de pied, back. And point, plie, wrap the foot. Passe, front, arms up. Yes, that could very well be the Phantom of the Opera holding the leg a la seconde for so long. The Phantom of the Ballet. Okay. Good. Relax. Stretch forward. Shake it out. Ago about how the foot gets from fourth position back in that last turn to coup de pied wrap around. And the key is that the foot doesn't come from the back forward to wrap. As you start to turn, the foot comes from the side straight in to the wrap around. So just check that out. Turn towards the foot, bring the foot straight in from the side. That should come out better now. You should be able to find that wraparound more easily. Yeah? Right. Okay. Good. For the frappe exercise, we'll continue working on the triple frappe. So the sequence will be facing the bar. Preparation 1, 2, 4 singles, and 2, and 3, and 4. 4 times double, and 6, and 7, and 8. Increase. Triple, 4 times, 3, 4. Resting the ball of the foot on the floor as many beats as you can do. Strike and exchange. So we have 4 times, 2, 3, and 4. 4 times double, 6, 7, and 8. 4 times triple, 10, 11, 12. Many, many beats. Strike, and voila, we are fini. 4 single, 4 double, 4 triple, and your petit battement serré with a relaxed foot. The ball of the foot shuffles on the ground. Fifth position. 6, 7, 8. Double. Triple. Beat. Strike. Change. Okay, so hopefully nobody's still doing a hard flex when you come in. That tightens up the whole leg. Yeah, just unpoint, unpoint, toes slightly off the ground, no hard flexing. Yeah, okay, we'll start on the other side. We'll come back you. There we go. Starting other side. Lift position. Six, 7, 8, stretch. Strike and hold. Really stretch it and stay. Yeah, no hard flexing. Don't flex. Switch and. Okay, yeah, some of you are still in the habit of flexing, which is getting in the way of the hinging of your knee. Too hard a leg. Yeah, that's why you should practice your petit battement serré with that relaxed foot, with the ball of the foot actually staying on the floor. Release the weight of your leg. Don't hold it up. Yep. And then let that translate to a triple frappé. Yes. Yes. Very relaxed foot. And then when you strike and you stretch and you hold it, you really stretch. Yeah. Big contrast. Relaxed, punch. Yeah. Relax, punch. Yeah. Okay. Getting better. Okay, for grand battement, we'll go very, very simple today. We're going to take 4 times to the front, 4 times to the side, with the arm in second, 4 times to the back, and repeat just plain 4 à la seconde, with the arm in second, turn, and other side. 4 front, 4 side, 4 back, and 4 more to the side. Remembering to press down with your hand at the bar as you take a very strong brush with your foot. Here we go. Stretch time. So hopefully you have the ability to put your leg up on your bar for these stretches. And we start à la seconde, bend over the leg and away 2 times, turn to 4th, demi-plie, straighten, releve 2 times, bend forward and back. Okay? So let's set up the first leg, nicely rotated. Try to show the sole of your foot to the front. Then pull the foot towards you so you get fully collected. Vertebra, breath, and 1. Very fluid, right with the music. 6, 7, 8, and 0. Take a balance. Good, now this is for everyone today. Come flat, hold the bar, take the leg off the bar, rond de jambe all the way around, half turn, and penché. Right with the music. It's very fluid. It's not a hard stretch. Yeah? It's with the music. Good. Other leg up. Here we go. Very fluid port de bras. Balance, round arms, shoulders down. Come flat, hold the bar, and run. Good, maintain the arch in your upper back when you penché. Don't lose it. Good dancers, now continue to do some more stretching on your own. little break of a minute or two. Definitely get some water. Do what you need to do, and then we'll come back to the bar. Okay, dancers, let's go back to the bar and do our calf raises, otherwise known as the dry relevés, on a straight leg, with the other foot pointed at coup de pied level, all in complete parallel. We go up and down, all on a straight leg. Up with the whole body, slowly down. As many as you can on one leg. When you get tired, don't push it, change to the other side. Here we go. We're going to go sailing away today. survived another dry releve episode. Very good. Okay. Good. Before we jump at the bar, I'd like to come into the center and do some review of our directions of the body. Yeah, some of you are still a little bit fuzzy on your directions. So let's sharpen up our GPSs with a little review. Okay. You know that when we face the corner, it's not the literal corner of your room. It's the corner of your own square. You are standing in the center of your very own square. So when we say face the corner, we mean face the corner of your own square, which puts your body at a 45-degree angle to the audience, which is one of the most flattering angles, okay? So face your own corner of your square, okay? Place your right foot front so it's your downstage foot. You are now in croisé, meaning you're crossed. You're crossed to the point of view of the audience. Your front leg overlaps the inner thigh of the back leg. That's crossed. This is not croisé with the upstage leg front. That's known as effacé, which we'll get to in a minute. Okay, so the downstage foot facing your own corner is fifth position croisé. When we make the shape called croisé devant, or crossed front, it starts with a point tendu to the front. Let me just break this down for you for a moment. You have an opposing arm up, opposed to your front leg, which is the right leg now. You have your left arm up. Your right arm is in second, but because of what the whole upper body does, how you tilt your neck and head, watch what happens to the arms. Here you are looking straight ahead. We're not completely in a croisé devant until we do this. Now we are there. Okay, so that's croisé devant. Understanding how we got there. How we got there in terms of what it means, what the elements are, where the arms are, where the head is, and how the arms and the head go together. Right? Good. Its opposite is croisé derrière, or crossed back. So you're still croisé fin. This consists of a point tendu back. One arm is up and one arm is second. It's a non-opposing arm. It's the same arm as your front standing leg. Now watch what happens to the arms when you add the upper body, which is this. Look under the arm. And there you are in croisé back. Okay? So very important. How did we get there? Why is it called that? What does it look like? What does it feel like? Get it in the body. Okay? Now we face the other corner of our own square. And we put the upstage foot front in fifth. So now we're standing in fifth position, effacé. Effacé. And our effacé position here is taken to the front. Opposing arm up, other arm in second. Now watch what happens. I'm going to do my upper body just like the beginning of class when I do the arch back. I'm going to turn the head and start an arch. And now I am in effacé, known as shaded, a shaded position, depending on where the light is coming from, making shadows and shade. Okay, now your fourth three-dimensional direction is also there with that upstage foot front. And it consists of a point tendu back. One arm is forward in arabesque, the other arm is back in arabesque. Now this is what gives it its name. Watch my head and arms. That is known as épaulé. Shoulder. Shoulder. Okay, so there you have 4 out of 8 directions. Those are the 4 that are very three-dimensional, that have a curve in your neck. So that's nice, Jean, yes. So review those for yourself. Croisé front, croisé back, effacé, épaulé. How are we doing? Anyone confused? Hopefully no one that's been studying with us for more than 10 years, please. Please know your directions. You cannot leave out what the neck and the head are doing. It's incomplete. And you'll get confused because you won't have the whole feeling. It's a whole gestalt, the whole feeling of the shape. Get that in your body. Quasi front, quasi back. They are brother and sister. Watch. Quasi front, quasi back. Quasi front, quasi back. Quasi front. And you can do that all day long until it sticks in your body. That's it. Make a little dance out of it. Yes, there you go. No problema, right? Okay, now watch what happens with the effacé and the épaulé. I call them first cousins. Why? Watch my upper body. Same. Different leg, different arms. Bada bing, bada boom. Bada bing, bada boom. Effacé, épaulé. Effacé, épaulé. Effacé, épaulé, and boom. We got it. I hope this is helpful. Yeah, because if you don't have these under your dance belt, you're lost. Right. So, some homework for you guys. Get that in your head and in your body. Yeah? Okay, back to the bar for some jumpies. Warm-ups, very simple. Dégagé and the 2 and the 3, close front, 4, changement. Dégagé and the 2 and the 3, close front, and 4, changement. And again, bada bing, bada boom. Here we go. Would be nice if there was some volume. Yes, let's do some volume. Duh. Here we go. That's it. Okay. 6, 7, 8. Straight body, up. Leg it. Don't overcross your fifth. Put your heels down. Just check it out. A few changements. Heels, heels, heels down. Nice supportive space in between your legs when you land in fifth. Yes. Okay, our little combo starts with the right foot front. We jump an échappé to second. Jump fifth change, followed by 2 petits jetés coming over from back to front. A pas de bourrée to coup de pied, a pas de bourrée to fifth. Straighten, and again, other side. Second and change, jeté over, pas de bourrée fifth. Straighten, plié. Jump second, jump fifth. Jeté, pas de bourrée. Coup de pied, pas de bourrée fifth. Straighten, plié. And the second and the fifth. Jeté, pas de bourrée. Straighten, plié. Got it? Okay, so we worked before on the quick collection, up to fifth in midair, and land in coup de pied for your petit jeté, petit jeté, just like an assemblée in the air. Second and change, jeté over, first pas de bourrée to coup de pied back, second pas de bourrée to fifth, straighten on 7, and plie again on 8. Jump second, jump change, jeté over, pas de bourrée, coup de pied, pas de bourrée fifth, straighten, plie. Good. See if you got it. Here we go. Right foot front. Plie and the second and fifth, pas de jeté, pas de bourrée, fifth. Straighten, plie and the second and change and jeté, pas de bourrée, straighten and again, and second and fifth, jeté over, fifth, straighten. Yeah, okay. Okay, whether you're in the bar, at the bar, or in the center, check out what you're doing with your épaulement. You got 8 counts. Where is the head and the shoulder on each of those counts? Straight up and down on 1 and 2. Échappé. Now, on the jetés, the head is going to tilt towards the brushing foot, because that is the foot that comes front. Your pas de bourrée changes, so you change your head. Yeah, go get somebody else's head. Change your head. No, that's it, right, towards the front foot. Now your pas de bourrée back the other way. Change his head again, towards your front foot. Then you can come straight up and down for 7 and 8. Straight up and straight up. And to the front foot, to the front foot, to the front foot, to the front foot, straight up and down. Échappé to the brush, to the brush, to the front foot, straight up and down. Straight up and down to the front foot, and front foot, and front foot, and front foot. Got it? So the rule of épaulement, the head inclines towards whichever foot is coming front, holds true in this exercise. And those are the counts of 3, 4, 5, and 6. Check it out. Okay, getting there, yes. Now remember, do not move from side to side on your petit jeté. Do not move from side to side. It's the ballet moonwalk, remember? You're on one line, walk the line. And come up to 5th, just like assemblée. It doesn't move from side to side. Underneath you, get both feet underneath you, underneath you. That's it. That's better. See how it shoots your head up? Nice. There you go. Okay, everybody take a deep breath and we do it one more time with the music. Right foot front. Here we go. Plie and a second and 5th and jeté and plie and a straight and plie and a 1. Ole! Okay, dancers, much better. Thank you very much. Good job. Yay.
Yay.
Very good. Okay. Nice lesson.
Thank you.
Grazie, grazie. Very nice.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thumbs up. We are progressing. We are progressing along. That's so nice to see. Good. I hope a lot of you can stay for the discussion. If you have to go, I understand you probably have other meetings and work to do or meals to make for your housemates. But if you can stay, we're going to do our usual discussion, and that can last anywhere from, I don't know, half an hour. One day we went for a whole hour. It was wonderful. So if you can stay, please feel free. If you do stay, just hang on and mute yourselves. The way we conduct this is that you just put your mic on mute so there's no extra sound. And when you have a question or something to say, you just raise your hand, we call on you, you unmute yourself, and then you let it rip. So that's
Thank you, Ernie.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. You have to go. Oh, okay. Bye, T. Okay, bye-bye to all of those that you must leave, and we'll see you again. Remember tomorrow, tomorrow Thursday is earlier. It's 11 a.m. Eastern. Right. So hopefully no one will get caught in a traffic jam between the bedroom and the bathroom, and you'll all be here on time. Okay, good. So who do we have here? We have 28 left, and Mr. Dana, are you there? Mr. Dana Lubke. Calling Mr. Dana.
He just got up from his
He
chair.
disappeared. Okay, when he comes back.
There he is.
That is the birthday boy for today. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dana. Happy birthday to you. Okay, guys, so.
Thank you. Just got to get the phone and I'll be back.
Okay, honey. All righty, so who's got a first question? Hand up, something or other, somebody need to know something or say something, ask a question, make an observation. Whew, so much. Cleo, what do we got?
Just an observation. So when I first started, I thought I knew where my point was, and I thought my foot was as pointed as it would go. But then after doing all those great little toe exercises, now I realize there's like an extra couple of inches that weren't there in the beginning that I'm getting now, which is great.
Good, great, great. That's what we want to. That's what we want to do. Wake up those little tootsies. All right, awesome. Anyone else? Dabney.
It's an observation.
Yeah.
Just to say that I am truly amazed at the rate of entropy when we take one day off.
Me too.
Yeah, right?
Well, I made the mistake. After being so warmed up on Monday, I went out and did yard work for I don't know how many hours. And today I'm cramping up all over the place. But whatever. The garden's going to look really nice. So, yeah. I know. It's amazing. And I thought to myself, if I hadn't have done that and instead worked out yesterday and did bar yesterday, I'd feel much better today. But live and
Need a
learn.
day of rest at least.
Yeah. Anyway. No, hopefully, even with a day off, this consistency in doing this, almost every day like this and building it up is really starting to pay off. Yeah, hopefully, it's cumulative. Mary.
Well, sometimes I feel like I'm really making progress, and then another day I feel like I've gone way back. And it's so frustrating on those days. Is that just normal? I mean, I just don't know. Like, some days I feel so strong, and then the other days, like, my feet feel like they don't exist, and
Yeah, I know. It's a lot of factors, I think, and when I think about it and I think, well, maybe it's age or whatever, and then I think back to when I was younger and I'd have those, those days, like in class, I'd feel great and have a great day, and then the next day I'd be so frustrated and I'd feel like nothing was working right, even after acquiring a fairly, stable technique. I think it's just the biorhythm of the human being. And I think it's a combination of things. I think it's not only physical. I think it has to do with a lot of other factors.
right.
And sometimes just the weather's not right. The term under the weather, sometimes I really feel literally under the weather. It's a little unpredictable.
And also floor surface, like if you're slipping on the floor and you're trying to like negotiate just your balance and everything.
Right.
Trying to accommodate all all the, and you know, your combinations are becoming more advanced now.
Right.
Now, I've one more question. I want to order some new ballet shoes, given what you were saying, and ordering online because you can't try them on. It's been so long since I've ordered shoes. Do we order like a size smaller than our regular?
Well, the website I suggested, I don't know, Dabney, did you get your shoes yet? No?
No, I'm hoping that maybe by the very end of May, but there's no word back from my tracking. I have no idea what's going on.
Okay, yes. I gave out a link to get these full-sole leather shoes that are quite good. Dabney ordered them but hasn't seen hide nor hair of them yet. I don't know what's going on. But they are European made, so they are European sizes. And I think there's a size chart. If it's not on their website, you can just Google the size chart. And I know that I'm a 6.5 American shoe, and my foot, this guy, is a 36.
Okay.
So.
Ernesta, the
It's
website,
standard.
yeah, the website says it can take 30 days to get them. And I figure add COVID and all this stuff to
Yeah,
it.
I
even
think so.
longer.
I think it's a delivery glitch, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
so
but it's funny you mention it because when this lesson is over and I go back up to my desktop, I'm sending out an email that will include information about the upcoming character classes as well as the link for buying the shoes. Yeah, so that should help. Good. Anyone else? Sarah?
Hi, first of all,
Hi.
thank you so much. I feel like getting into attitude has always been challenging for me. And today I was able to process some of what you've been teaching. In the fourth exercise at the bar, when we did the tendus first, and then dégagé and the open passé, you did an attitude back. I think that was it. Oh, no,
Right.
fifth
Mhm.
one.
Yeah.
Quick tendus, and then we had the passé to attitude.
Yeah, it's a facing the bar.
Facing the bar. Watching you, I suddenly understood something that was different from what I've been doing for a long time, and so I was able to make a little bit of a change, and I'm working on that now. So that's just very
Cool. Can I ask what that was?
After we did the quick tendus. Wait 1 second. I'm sorry. I've got to turn something off. Whoops. After we did the quick tendus, you went here. Sorry, excuse me.
No, that's all right. Ignore it.
How am I going to do this? Oh my gosh. Sorry. I have to turn off two things. I apologize. I didn't expect to be on with you right now. Okay. So, I forget what the tendus now were, but you just went here. You just lifted into an open passé and then went back.
Yeah.
But watching you, the position of your leg relative to your hips when you had the open, went back this way. Somehow.
Ron de Jam.
I've done it a million times, but today it made sense.
Okay. Well, whenever the light bulb goes on, it goes on.
It was
All right. Better late than never.
something about the angle that I was watching from, I guess. And
Yeah. Cool.
Doing.
Good. Okay.
Thank you very
Cool.
much.
Thumbs up.
Thank you.
Never know. Yes. It's like a box of chocolates. Never know what you're going to get. Good. Who else? Cleo.
Hello.
Hello, darling.
I'm working on the stretching at the bar, and I use the lower part of the bar, and still, I just find it's amazing. I don't know, maybe I should work my stretch more on the floor sometimes with the V position, because I turn out standing is getting better and, slowly, but for some reason at the bar, when I put the leg up on the bar, I feel like my legs just totally close in and I can't make the V. Like
Then lower.
lower, yeah.
Lower, extend it and rotate.
Lower, rotate, and collect, and be stretched, and much better than higher and not so good. Yeah.
And is working on the floor work the same muscles or not really?
It's a little bit different. It's sort of supplementary. Working on the floor or doing any extra kind of stretching is supplementary. But whenever you can stretch in alignment, that's what's so good about stretching at the bar. You do that, and then you do the supplementary stretches.
Okay, so it's natural that I have less when the leg is up on the bar than when I'm standing and doing an extension. Okay.
Probably.
For me, I
don't
guess.
know.
I'm tight in the hips, so always.
Yeah, you might just be feeling that tightness in the hips, yeah.
Thank you.
Sarah? Oops. Can you unmute yourself?
I thought I did. Okay. Yes, I remember. I wrote notes on it. We did the tendus facing the bar, but then you did passe and turn to the side, I think, and then did the attitude.
No, we had a step, no, we did pliés, right? Second exercise at the bar, we did the passe stretches, right? With the closed passe. Then we did a whole tendu combination with one hand to the bar. That had the releve in fourth, remember that? Then we do two versions of a foot stretch exercise that faces the bar. And the first one was with the straight leg going through second with the in and out. The second one is the one you're talking about. We went to fifth, and then we lifted to an open passe, then we rond de jambe to plie and attitude, and
No.
that's what you did just
No,
before.
It's
Now
the,
what are you talking about now?
it's the exercise after that one, the fifth one.
The dégagés.
Dégagés. I wrote tendus.
Yeah, everybody, you know, if you've been doing this for a long time, you've got to be very clear on the sequence of the bar and what they're called. So let's all go over our version, a typical Corvino class. First exercise, pliés. Second exercise, we face the bar and we do the exercise for our passe retiré. Third exercise, we go back to one hand and we do a full tendu combination. Then we face the bar again. And we do two separate foot isolation, footwork type exercises facing the bar. Today we did the one with the straight leg that had the releve in second and the change of weight, and then we did the up, up, up with the attitude arabesque that Sarah was talking about. Then we go back to one hand and we do what we call the dégagé combination, and that's where we're at right now. Right? So be very clear about the order of the exercises, what they're called, and what they're for. Yeah, otherwise you're dancing in the dark. Okay, so what's your question about the dégagé combination?
Now I have to rethink what happened. I took notes on it, but I think I wrote down the wrong information, so I'm confused. But I remember that we wound up doing an attitude to the back.
That was today?
Yes. Was it? Or plie? Yeah, I don't know. All right, I have to regroup.
Oh, mamma mia. Yeah, get it straight, get it straight. You know, the clearer your head is, the cleaner your technique and your body are going to be. If your head is jumbled with this stuff, it's going to show up in the body. Yes, get it together. Okay, who else? Mary.
Ernie, I really enjoyed the different positions today in the center. When you show those again, could you turn and face in the same direction as we are? Because
Yes, I will.
I
Yeah, yeah. What happens when I face the camera is you have to use me like a mirror, but I will also, that's very good, I will also turn my back so that you can follow me from behind.
I got the arms, I got the legs, but then I got confused with my head because I was.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go over, we're going to be going over those a lot because those are so important. Yeah, good, thank you. Good. Yeah, in this day and age when so many dancers are thrown DVDs and told, learn this part off the video, off the DVD, it's like, what do? Do you put it in the mirror? Do you behind it, in front of it? What the hell? It's like dyslexia city, you know? It's, remember, Nina, when we used to rehearse off the video and you were always like, oh my God, I can't figure this out. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, and that has not ever been my strong point. And I now, when I'm teaching, the only what's the word, silver lining of that is I have incredible empathy for my students.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, whenever I filmed any kind of choreography in the studio, like creating stuff to remember it, I'd always put the camera in the back and shoot through the mirror, so I had both views of sort of from the back and also through the mirror. Yeah, it's can be very confusing. Yes.
Dorothy?
Faith.
Hi.
Hi.
I had a question about the passe retire balance on one foot. And I realized when you did the frappe exercise and we're talking about like flexing the foot too much, I think maybe my left hip was up too high and I'm shifting to the right when I'm trying to balance on my right leg. So I'm trying to figure out how to balance on my right leg without shifting, like this, keeping my head.
You're probably shifting your weight because your left leg, when it's lifted up in the air, is not as rotated as it can be, and that makes the hips uneven and makes you lean. I think I demonstrated that today, how under-rotating that raised leg.
Yeah, and that too.
And lean.
But it's hard for me to find it. Like I can turn my lower leg out a lot.
But how?
So
Let me see.
And then I felt like I had to turn in my standing leg, which I didn't think that was right either.
Okay, let's take a look. Yeah, it should be equal.
Should I face you or face the bar?
Hold on to your TV and face sideways to me.
Oh, this way?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so we go like this. I feel like my hip is down.
Okay.
I can rotate, this is front, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then when I try to go up, it's like I think I'm too far to the right, like if I face this way.
Yes. That looks good.
So it shouldn't be like this?
No, 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 no. No, no, you're right the first time. There you go. That's beautiful.
But I feel like I'm too far that way.
The more turned out you are, the more you go toward the ball of
Yes.
your foot.
The more
So-
turned out you are, the more you're going to feel that you're over to the side. As long as you're pulled up, that's correct.
Yeah.
So I was discovering that then.
Yeah, good. You got it.
Right.
You got it.
Thank you.
Sure.
Leverage.
Yes,
leverage.
yes. Very nice.
Dorothy had a question?
Dorothy, you had a question? Dots?
Want you to say something?
Well, no, but I wanted to make a comment because today I was, it was just so many going into depth to such a degree. It's just fabulous. At the beginning, after the Grand Plie, the second side, I'm really working on the shoulders over the hips and to feel that connection. Just focus. That has really helped. And when you said today, the sooner we get on our legs, I just starting to see even more connections between. And this is fascinating.
Yeah.
It makes it different. It makes it even more distinct how the different pieces fit together. And also the open passe, I was today thinking also about when you can really, the higher leg, when you can really let it separate from the other, it kind of gets gets your body, it gets all working together.
That is the handle on the frying pan, and that is the way you lift the frying pan, via the handle. You get underneath the handle, and you lift the frying pan.
Yeah.
Right? You don't grab it from the top, it's so heavy, you get underneath. You certainly don't grab it from the pan part. So it's the handle and getting underneath the handle and lifting it from the handle. That's why we say that we really always balance from the raised leg. We don't balance from the supporting leg. The supporting leg supports us. It doesn't balance us. It may hold us and support us, but it itself doesn't balance us. The other leg, its placement in space and its energy is what
Right.
balances us. So your passe must be lifted and rotated. And if it's lifted and rotated standing flat, if you want to make even the slightest movement like a low releve, you have to increase that lifting and rotating of that raised passe leg. Otherwise, it's going to implode. The simplest movement, tiny little releve, if you don't reinforce the lift and the rotation of that raised leg, it's going to collapse. Yeah. Basic principle.
And something else I wanted to say, because you kept on saying things like, oh, you know, it's just such a nice deep level. When you said that the feet respond to the shifting of your torso. I mean, yes, you know, I've thought about that, but somehow today, just in that context, it was really beautiful how one thing really led to the other in such a beautiful way about the feet responding to the weight of the torso, right?
Yep.
And what that means.
Yep.
So,
cool.
Very nice.
Good.
Thank you.
Cleo.
Just another comment. Sometimes the vocabulary is so important, right? The key words. When you said that the bend is not really a bend back, but more an arch over.
Right.
It's a big difference in the way one thinks about and visualizes it, and then hopefully in the way one does it. So,
Right.
for using all
Words
those
are important, yes.
metaphors to get the right feeling.
Right. That's what we go over a lot in my pedagogy workshops. We go over a lot of what the vocabulary actually means and how it applies to the movement, why it's called what it's called. And it's usually very helpful. Yeah, and that's what I found so fascinating about studying Baroque dance. It was like going back to my ancestors and studying the grandma and grandpa of classical ballet, and how some of the terms for the steps were very similar or slightly different than what we know now as classical ballet, but to learn the vocabulary there, and just to see how the steps developed. Yeah, and they didn't have a bar back then, and like I always emphasize to modern day dancers doing ballet, the bar did not come first. The movements and the dancing was first. The bar was invented to create strength and speed and all those things to sharpen the technique so that they could do more and more in the center. But the bar did not come first. Yeah. A lot of people think the bar came first. Hi, Ninja. What have you got to say? Ninja.
We did our homework. And we watched Anastasia.
You
and
watched?
We also yes, and we also watched. Another thing we watched was New York City Ballets with Sarah Morn's Jewels in Diamonds, and everything you're saying about the principles of the technique just really
very clear
shown for me because you get an 8-year-old and you know, you don't know that 8-year-old may do ballet for joy, or that 8-year-old may become, you know, Natalie Ostrova. And it just really struck me how the simplicity, but not simple, and the clarity of teaching the very basics and basis of ballet is just so important. And as your father used to say, it's not my idea, it's how it is. Mm-hmm. And that whatever style, right, because that was obviously two very different styles of things we watch, very different. But good ballet is good ballet. And it just really struck how you just hone it, whatever level you're on, whether you're a first-year ballet student or whether...
And how even when you're an advanced professional, you've been doing this a million years, you go to the bar every morning, you know, that it's always new and it's always basic, no matter how complex your combinations are and how crazy the combinations and the pace of the class is. If you don't work from the basic principles, it's always basic. It's just what's built on top of the basics. you know, and to shun the basics in favor of something that's kind of wild and crazy and doesn't seem to have any grounding is just such a waste. You're not getting anything out of it. Your body's not getting anything, your mind's not getting anything, you're not developing anything. So it's not a matter of going back to basics in terms of we're going to slow everything down, we're going to simplify it and dry it out. It can be very complicated and very advanced and very difficult and still be basic. That was the brilliance of Dad's teaching. And very often people would say, well, and people still say this to me, like in company class and all, oh yeah, those times, do you want it like this? I said, it's not the way I want it, dear, it's the way it is.
Right.
You
Right.
know, it's like, you know, everyone separates, oh, these people do it this way and that person does it that way, and then how do you want it, you know? Well, I don't want it anyway, but hey, that's correct and going to benefit you, you know? Jesus.
But it's so interesting because when there's a level of understanding, then to be able to take it to that level of artistry and take it out there.
That's the
So
whole
it's that, you know.
That's the whole point. You have to do, no matter how hard it is technically, no matter how deep it is dramatically or whatever, that basic killer technique underneath your belt is what you've been working on so that you can take it out there, you know, and do something with it. Yeah, that's the whole purpose of it. And that's why I'm telling everyone who takes their bar diligently and loves to come to ballet class and whatnot, and may not consider themselves a ballet dancer, whatever that means, I'm encouraging them to go up on YouTube and watch some real ballet. Know what you're working towards. You know, get some exposure and some experience in seeing what it is so that you can bring it into your own work. Get yourself an idol, you know. Want to become Osipova, want to become Plesetskaya, want to become Baryshnikov. Start relating that way so you start imbibing it and embodying it. Yeah? That's very, very important. Then you can really develop something and become yourself in the end. But if you don't know sort of what it looks like and what it's used for, it doesn't make much sense to do it. It's not that far off from doing calisthenics. So why are we doing it? What are we doing and why are we doing it? So I strongly encourage, again, I know people have limited time and limited energy, and most people are on their devices all day working anyway, but if you can just, you know, spare 20 minutes, half an hour, go up on YouTube and put in, you know, Theme and Variations by Balanchine with Kirkland and Baryshnikov and watch it. Do that, you know, as often as you can. It'll start to mean more to you. And you'll start to be able to understand the energy and the shapes of things. It won't be so mechanical to you. Yes, we can't do this stuff mechanically. I mean, we can talk about it in mechanical terms as we work on it, but we have to understand it non-mechanically. Does that make sense? Yeah. So who did watch Anastasia besides Mean and Lean? Anybody? A brilliant ballet. I did some research because I was remembering when we first saw it, when it was originated. Did some research online and I found some old reviews. A lot of the critics didn't get it. Clive Barnes, it went whoo, right over his head. It was ahead of its time. Yeah, it's a beautiful ballet. Who else has questions, observations, whatever?
Dana?
Dana, the birthday boy.
So I disrupting the flow a little bit perhaps, but I had two technical questions.
Yes, fine.
The one of them is about Gotta get my head focused here. Those releves in a wide fourth. I always find, I gotta get here. I've always found that to releve and be what feels like centered between my two legs, I really have to push a lot more with my back leg. Now I don't have very flexible feet, so that may affect it a lot. But if I push more with my back leg, I'm really on balance. If I don't, I mean, I need that extra support from my back leg to be in the center, is what it feels
that's
like.
correct. That's correct.
Okay. My other question is there ever such a thing as effacé back other than épaulé?
Yes, when we teach the 8 basic directions of the body, we base it on the Italian school. And within the 8 basic, there are variations on those 8 basic directions. And then you have the French school and the Russian school that do similar things, call it similar things. There might be a tweak here or there. You know, we have 2 arms, 2 legs, and a head. And when we make these shapes, we have variations thereof. So there can be an effacé back. All you have to do is take your effacé front, close fifth, and point the other leg back, and you've got effacé back.
And it's the same arm?
Yeah, the terminology refers to the legs and how the audience sees the legs. So that's an open position of the legs, as opposed to your upstage leg being behind.
And the
your
arms can
front
change,
position.
and the tilt of the head can change.
So.
Oh, okay. So
But
there's
it's
no.
still
No, you-
effacé.
Right,
There
you
you go.
call it
Yeah,
by the legs.
exactly.
But you do different things with the
Exactly.
body.
Thank you for clarifying that,
Yeah.
yes. And if everyone has their little manual and dictionary by Gail Grant, they go in the back and they can always check and say, oh yeah, that's,
Funny little pictures.
that's this way in the Russian and this way in the French, and those are all details.
That's a diagonal
Basically, it's all the same.
It's a diagonal.
Those little changes in codification is just through the individual schools. Yeah, and you can become a real pedagogue and know exactly each school and blah, 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 but basically it's the same.
Yeah, the Russians call effacé derrière the same upper body as effacé devant,
Yes,
but a little bit more forward. It's the same arm, you know, the same shape.
right.
And they call épaulé what we call épaulé, with the arm forward of that way. It's the same.
Yeah, and then you get all your different arabesque names, all your different arm positions. The only thing people agree on is the 5 positions of the feet, which was the first thing that Pierre Beauchamp, the ballet master of the first Académie de la Danse in France in 1661, codified. 5 positions of the feet. He was Louis XIV's ballet master, first ballet academy ever, and he codified the 5 positions of the feet. So that goes all the way back to Baroque dance. But then the arms and the arabesques and the directions of the body, all developed different parts of the world where there was ballet. France, Italy, Russia, Bournonville in Denmark, yeah. So it's fascinating to just, study, get familiar with.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Amos. Take care. See ya. Anybody else? Dabney?
So this is a technical question. The en dehors turn at the bar with coup de pied back. That was chaos.
Isn't that fun?
No.
It wasn't fun? You know why it wasn't fun? Your foot wasn't quick enough.
You need a real quarter turn. for
You
that.
need a fast foot to flick in the direction of the turn. Oh, God, I should never sit down after dinner.
I've been standing up and down and up and down.
Back foot. Swipe it. It has to be so.
And counter it with that opposite shoulder.
And it feels like the incoming shoulder just chases that back foot around.
So are you saying then that to get that there fast enough, would you say that the foot is doing a what I call a scoop instead of a push?
It's a, yes, it's a swipe. It's like a
Swipe,
slap.
yeah.
Coming toward
Like a paw.
you. Yeah, really coming
So is this like what the flick flack is for?
It's not what it's for, but it's
it's
slightly
like,
the same.
it's like the flack of the flick flack.
Yes, it's like the flack of the flick flack. Yes. Especially when it's done by frick and frack. Yes. It leads. Have the feeling that swiping that foot leads you in the direction of the turn. And make sure your incoming arm and shoulder don't get left behind. Make sure they chase the back foot. And you can go around 3-4 times.
Yeah. Yeah, you must be anchored before the actual turn begins. So at the moment of quarter turn, you have to be ready, all set, and then you continue to turn. All right.
Yeah, it's very fast and very accurate to the coup de pied back.
Passe to the back of the knee is even better.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Very en dehors.
Right. Does that help, Dana? Yeah, and if you lift it up to passe back, with the big toe in the groove behind the knee, it's even more pronounced, because you have to lift it as well as flick it back. Passe back.
Big toe in the back of the knee.
Ding, 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 that's it. And it really becomes like a dog chasing its tail. It's like your incoming shoulder chases your back foot constantly.
Folding door.
The dog chasing its tail. Incoming shoulder chases your back foot. Right. There you go. That's it. Mhm. That's it, Selena. Good. Very smooth. Smooth, smooth, smooth. Yeah, don't push so that you push yourself off. Smooth, smooth. It's like sailing. Let the wind fill up the sail. Nice, Selena. Smooth, controlled. Yeah, it's not just about spinning. Mm-hmm. Good. Yeah, who's been getting into the coup de pied wraparound okay for that turn and coup de pied wrap? Does your foot find its position on the ankle right away? Is it secure? Remember, it comes in from the side. That's it, Selena. Good.
Yeah, Dana needs to use his apalma.
Yes. So, Selena, who's your teacher? She must be good.
Yeah, Dana, practice it with the eyes staying forward.
Yeah, if you do a
and
quarter turn, practice leaving your eyes front.
Yeah,
That's
that's
it.
what gets you on the standing leg.
Yes, and that's what
And then
gives
you
you
can continue.
opposition of head and
Right,
shoulder.
otherwise it doesn't make any energy sense. Yeah,
Good.
it's a real shove over to the ball of the foot. That's right. The profile has to take you there. Yeah. Mhm. Right.
Good. Yes.
Yeah, that's, at that moment, there's a myriad of very complex things happening all at once. You're changing level, you're changing direction, and you're changing position. And it's all happening at once. So the coordination into the quarter turn has to be very smooth and very clear. Then you can think about continuing. That's it. But if you don't make it to that point,
Nice, Solveig.
you won't be able to finish. All right.
Remember to wind up before you take off. A little bit of wind up. Yeah, I was watching an old film, an old movie taken black and white, 1962, of Nerea doing Balanchine's theme and variations with Lupe Serrano.
Music.
No music, but black and white.
Fierce.
And very close up with a lot of emphasis focusing on Nureyev. And he just does a double pirouette up to a rond de jambe several times. And you can see him each time the takeoff, the wind up. You must wind up before you even do a single turn. It's subtle. It's not on the outside wind up. It's on the inside. But it has to be there. Nice, Solveig. Right, little torque and then instant alignment by the first quarter turn. Otherwise, there's no torque, and you torque into the quarter turn, you're already torqued one way, then you have that action-reaction, and you torque the other way for the rest of the turn. Doesn't work. Yeah, your arms are a little high, Nina. Your arms are too high for the turn. Yeah, take them much lower. Yeah, remember I always say fingertips same level as your navel, your waist, down by your waist. Thank you. Yeah, when the hands are down at the level of your navel for regular pirouette, you feel a lot of weight in your hands, and that prevents your body from falling back when you turn. Your arms are low, your hands are low, and they're weighted. Plus, they feel a connection, fingertips between fingertips like magnets, and fingertips to navel like magnets. Because the navel is a very important turning center for your body. So magnetize your fingertips to your navel as you turn, and that should help a lot. Thank you. Yes. Wow, what a difference. Yeah. Yeah, and these are just basic principles. They're principles of physics and of anatomy. They're not tricks. They're not shortcuts. They're not miracles. Yeah, they're just the right information. Yeah. Anyone else before we call it a day? No? Yeah, so who finds that the classes are getting a little more advanced, a little more... Yeah, that fondue combination at the bar was a bitch with those a la secondes, weren't they? Yes. Yeah, forcing you to hold the leg up there, not so that it's high, but so that it's rotated and collected. Yes. Yes.
I'm also glad you did the rond de jambe, the grand rond de jambe.
Yes.
You did it
After
flat.
the stretches. Yeah.
I need to do it that way for a while.
Yes, yes.
My bar is very unstable, so it's,
Yeah.
but I deal with it. But I was glad to do it flat.
Yeah, good. Good, 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 good. How are the petits jetés going? Everyone getting collected up to fifth before you come down? Could you see the relationship between the dégagé combination we did at the bar and the petits jetés? And that was fast today. Those dégagés were quick.
I mean, and this is also an exercise great to do at the bar to develop that feeling, right? I mean, sometimes people don't like to, like, I have students who think doing a jump at the bar is
baby steps.
Yeah.
Not. Especially the way they do it. No, just kidding. They don't do it well. Just saying.
It's all in the doing.
It's not what you do, it's how you do it. Oh, God. Yes. Everyone thinks we're so sweet and kind. Now, how many people told us when Dad was still alive, meet on the street. Oh, I haven't seen you in years. Yeah, you still dancing? Yeah, I'm still dancing. Are you still dancing? Well, yeah, sort of. I take class. Oh, well, why didn't you come to Dance Circle? Come take class with us. Take class with Dad. Well, I'm going to so-and-so so I can get good enough to take class with your father. I was like, really? So I'm glad you're all here and you're all coming so consistently and being
Yes.
so into it, and I'm glad it's doing
wonderful.
everyone good. And tomorrow we'll meet again, but earlier, 11 a.m. Eastern, and I just hope to see you all and that you all take good care of yourselves,
Yes,
okay?
yes,
And
yes. Love
Thanks,
you
Stay
all.
well.
You well.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.